Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today I am playing STRAFE. Now this is a roguelike first-person shooter with randomly generated levels and gameplay that is supposed to be like Quake or Unreal or to a lesser extent the original Doom. Now when the game first came out, it was different enough from what people were expecting that a lot of the people who were looking forward to its release ended up being let down and disliking the game. Since then, the developers have come out with the Millennium Edition, which addressed enough of those issues that a lot of the people who didn't like the game before like it now. I personally don't really know the difference between them, because I didn't end up picking up the game until after the Millennium Edition had first released, and it actually went on, I think, a 50% discount on Steam at the time. Before I get into it, though, I'm going to go through the tutorial, because it reminds me a lot of the human resources training videos for different companies, like you'd see back in the early to mid-90s. I think it's pretty neat.
Hello, and congratulations. You've obtained the lucrative job of Scout for the Class 9-6 spacecraft Icarus. They're depending on you to locate safe areas full of valuable materials to scrap. It's a rewarding but physically demanding job, so let's begin with a quick health assessment before you begin your training.
They actually spelled physically wrong in the captions.
Start by turning your head side to side and up and down. We need to confirm you can move your head. Thanks. I'm seeing good numbers here. Now if you could please increase your heart rate. Keep it going. Let's test your limits by jumping in place.
Wow, we've never seen results this impressive before. You're more than ready to travel to the edge of the galaxy. Yes, I did say edge. The core system is already oversaturated with scrappers, and we know you'll enjoy an adventure. Here are 3 quick facts about this core sector. Number 1, humanity knows nothing about this sector. Number 2, it's a historic opportunity, as no scrappers have returned alive from here before. And number 3, you'll be fine. You and the team will be beyond contact range, so please, take a moment to say your farewells to family and friends. Okay, let's get scrapping.
At Icarus, we pride ourselves on collecting and recycling discarded materials and space waste. As a scrapper, you need to recognize scrap as something much more valuable than average trash.
Oh, I missed one.
Benches allow you to turn scrap into goods. On Icarus, ours are calibrated to supply staff with armor and ammunition. We also allow you to make extra income by finding scrap off the job and selling it to the scrap lord.
The game makes it seem like you're going to find a whole lot of scrap in the game and use it to make armor and money and such, but I just never used to find as much scrap as the game seems to think I will.
You've earned your 10% cut.
There's more to scrapping than finding scrap and scrapping it. But let's move on to other actions expected of you.
Sometimes, large objects can obstruct your workflow. We found the best solution is to pick the item up and throw it in any direction out of your work zone.
Whoops. Supposed to throw that, not blow up in my face.
Icarus is a massive, multi-level spacecraft, but lifts make getting around manageable. Press Use on mechanical walls to activate lifts. But be careful of ceilings and ledges. Your scrapper's comp does not cover time off for lift-related crushings and cripplings.
No.
We do, however, offer free health care for scrapping-related injuries. Our lunches are packed with the best drugs available in the galaxy, so you stay healthy and smart and never question your life choices.
These little food vendors will replenish your health, but if you're at full health like I am right now, those 4 little lines underneath the health bar, each time you eat food, it will fill one
Finally,
of those.
be careful when handling metal crates aboard Icarus. They're pressurized to keep expensive weapon components safe during shipment. Try being not careful. Just this one time.
Like I was saying, if you fill up those 4 lines, it will give you a bonus 10 health to your maximum. And then this is just explaining how to open pressurized containers with a gun.
Of course, these are just the basic requirements to perform your duty. But we can tell that you're a self-starter who prefers a hands-on approach to learning, not someone who wants to waste company hours with expensive training modules. We love that spirit. So experiment often and stay safe out there.
Alright, back to the menu. Alright. So yeah, let's jump right in. Now that we have the absolute basic of training. The game has a bunch of different secondary weapons you can find, but it always starts you off by letting you choose one of these 3 primary weapons, shotgun, machine gun, or railgun. A friend of mine actually said that the machine gun is hands down the best weapon because it's capable of making headshots on enemies, which almost always kills them instantly. I personally prefer the railgun just for the sheer power you get in each single shot. And it also starts off, there's a little food vendor off to the side, so you get a free progress toward getting that first bonus of health. It's got there's something like Spelunky, where in that one you could pay to get little shortcuts made so you can get further into the game from the start. They have the same sort of system in this. Actually no, this is I think it's through this door. I do know there are teleporters. I just haven't unlocked any of them. Yeah, see, straight to level 2. One thing I did notice though, while jumping around earlier, is if you look through this window here, you can see another little room with what looks like little pictures of trophies. I'm not entirely sure how to get there, but I don't know. Maybe I'll unlock that throughout the videos here. I'm not sure. So now that we're ready to go, step through the teleporter, and you find out that things have gone very wrong on the Icarus. Yeah, sometimes the game has an issue when you Alt-Tab, where it will not center on the screen. Something's pissed off. Alright, another thing to remember when you play this game is, unlike most first-person games, which will automatically reload your weapon, and anytime you reload will put the remaining ammunition into, like, your backup clip. This one, if you reload while there's still ammo in the weapon, you lose that ammo. So you have to be a lot more careful with when you decide to reload. And reloading is not fully automatic. Oh, and there are little monster closets that will open up. Ooh. And, whoa! God damn it. Man! The railgun is not the most accurate gun. See, I just lost some ammo. It's not the most accurate gun right off the start. Oh, sweet Jesus. Now, Strafe, everybody says, even the developers say, that Strafe is meant to be played a lot more quickly. I personally tend to play games like these and like Quake more carefully, but for the sake of making these videos more interesting, I'm going to try and... I see you way over there. I'll have to shoot you later. I'm going to try and be a little quicker in running around. Ooh. Alright. These guys like to hang on to different walls, and if they drop down, they are a lot harder to attack. Ooh, oh shit! And once again, there's me not paying attention to how much ammo I have, and having to reload mid-fight. Oh, nice. This guy does not come after you. He just kind of quietly cries in the corner while there are enemies around. If you keep him alive... Ooh, there's a bunch more food. If you keep him alive, then I guess he gives you little items. Usually I end up accidentally killing... Oops, excuse me, sir. Damn it. Yeah, see, those guys are a lot harder to hit when they're awake, as it were. Huh. The long chests seem to mostly have just scrap in them. Oh god. Who is up there throwing shit at me? That guy. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Okay. That little vent on the wall shits out little jellyfish dudes that will just try and seek you out and attack you. And the yellow on the ground is acid blood that will damage you if you walk over it. Still, the wall vents... I picked something up. The wall vents tend to give a decent amount of scrap. Yeah, I'm actually up to 3,900 scrap already, so maybe there is more scrap to be had in the game than I realized. I like to try and pick off who I can from a distance, which is decently easy to do with the railgun. Alright, so now I've cleared out everything up here. Yeah, missing with a railgun shot tends to be not a good thing, because you, Ooh, here's the exit to the level already. The door is very slow to open, which definitely gives any enemies coming after you a chance to get you, and, of course, is an excuse to show off the kind of modem connection sounds from way back in the day. I think I've explored everything on this map. Double check for any errant scrap laying around. I think I got it all. That's actually quicker than I thought it would take for that first level. I do not have enough scrap for the big armor. The little armor is usually not good enough to bother with using that much scrap on, but I've still got a decent amount of armor from the beginning. So, I'll buy some of that before I go. Where'd that exit go? Oh yeah, it's down here. One thing, I like how it gives you a little bit of stats on the game. The par time is only 3 minutes, but I took 7.5. Got a bunch of scrap, how many kills. There were secrets that I apparently missed. One thing that I think was part of the Millennium Edition is that if you use this console, you can step into there, and it's a cryo chamber. It'll let you save and quit your game mid-run, where before I think you would have to do your entire run in a single go. I think I am going to stop the video here, though, just because it's already getting pretty long. Next time, though, you won't have to worry about watching any tutorials before I actually get back to the gameplay. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.